We are going to start with Mr. Cliff. To start off, just give us what you understand by Eurobond as a scandal.
All right, thank you so much.
Eurobond as a scandal.
All right, thank you so much for having me in your show. And
achieve what it was meant for versus what happened by then.
Okay, I don't think if the Eurobond was used to what we were to achieve with the money that was issued to the government, and being that the money did not reach the government account, it means there's somebody somewhere who have been issued the first account that those money should make the one stop, that is the government account. Make the one stop, that is the government account. So first of all, I will make sure that our systems work and is transparent to the people of the nation of the people of Kenya. The nation of the people of Kenya.
Okay, thank you very much. And on the other side, do you think the Eurobond funds helped ordinary
of prices? The government has hiked a lot of prices like fuel. Currently, our economy is not doing that well, in as much as the government is saying that they will get back and maybe realize where the money got close and maybe fast track the money. Maybe I don't know if it can be retrieved and maybe get back to whatever is.
We are really unraveled during that kind of exploration. There's number one is that Wakio Mtata claimed that gave a report on how this Eurobond debt has been misused. She actually said that there are 30 billion of Eurobond which were actually diverted to other and legal models. She said that Eurobond was actually allocated to pay domestic debt. And domestic debt, you know what, anything that is to do with the debt, payment must follow the process of the law. And she said that, you know what, this domestic debt was really paid, quote unquote accusations that she made. This amount was to be noted is that by then the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga revealed the exact thing that happened on this kind of cost. Treasury by then was Edward Rotich. Why hasn't he put things in a clear form? And the answer that he gave, that all these documents are in the treasury. So why could the Prime Minister in the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta? It existed. So it is very much clear out of Auditor General. Report and out of Okil Mutata's finding, which he went to the court. Which he went to the court to present his case, to find out there was an NY scandal that happened years back. Yet at this moment, we haven't received a very clear answers as to where is the investigation so far. One, another 9 billion, and this even forced Lilian Omolo to resign. And you know the people that were under her, that were under the ministry, she was the jurisdiction, then disappears or she disappeared, then jurisdiction, then disappears or she disappeared, then the question, then the issue just goes like that. So the second question, then the issue just goes like that. So the second scandal which we asked was
now taking advantage of creating opportunities, and maybe because these are some of the opportunities. Most of the young people right now could have been having jobs, or probably could have gone for trainings and gotten empowerment, because
youth and gender, and those people that were implicated included Anne Ngirita, Phyllis Jerry, and Jeremiah, basically Jeremiah Ngirita. And my guru was part of those that were being questioned. There was another one called Kavura, who were actually being implicated on the scandal of 791 million. independent bodies. And constitutionally they are positioned to make sure that everything that happens within the government apparatus, the government atmosphere or environment is all done in the right way according to the prescribed. The short-lived EACC, short-lived EACC chairperson, Pierre Lumumba, Professor Chairperson, Pierre Lumumba, Professor Pierre Lumumba, when it started going for the big fish, Pierre Lumumba, when it started going for the big fish and the small fish, by that time, and the small fish, by that time, there was a censure motion taken to the parliament, and it was there was a censure motion taken to the parliament, and it was taken out of that office.
We get a glimpse of what happened in the dam, that scandal.
Yeah, basically that is a very good question. You know, around infrastructure that makes sure that there is no flooding in Baringo and in some parts of Rift Valley is solved out. But there was 63 billion shillings which was allocated for that as well. And at the end of the day, that amount of shillings or that amount of money was diverted into people's pocket. And that's the unfortunate thing that perhaps we've been seeing in our country. And former Deputy President William Ruto, who is currently the President of Kenya, was actually brought on board to really give an account, perhaps how this amount of shillings was spent. And he said that 70 billion shillings in Kenya is just a dot in the ocean. It's just like a drop. This amount of money was allocated, and the main reason as to why these kind of dams were meant to serve. Number one, there were irregularities in terms of how that money was actually used. So it means what is actually happening? By that time, this actually led to the resignation of the CS, former CS for Finance, Amy Rotich, because there were a lot of pressure back and forth on how the amount of money was spent and what exactly it happened. So 63 billion shillings were meant to be used for this project, Kimorel and the Arogo Dam. And we've actually seen that the main purpose as to why this dam was actually established, number one was to make sure that there is enough supply of electricity, and number two, there was that water for irrigation to enhance agriculture. And also, you know, there are seasons in which when there is a lot of rain, the flooding happens. So it was also meant to solve that kind of a problem. So problem of Kenya is not that resources are not there. It is the misuse of the resources. There's a time in which somebody was actually trying to ask a question. Then how much is 1 billion for Kenya? You know, 1 billion you can actually spend 10,000 per day for 70 years and still that money is still there. So it means if one person can be taking that 1 billion casually and using it for his own purpose. 70 years Aphline spending on this art, but spending 10,000 per day, then you spend 1 billion for 70 years. So that means all these that we are losing, we are actually losing generations. We are actually losing the ground of helping our, because this came around and around answer regarding this kind of scandal. So how many jobs did we lose? People that could work there? How many people could we really see getting the daily livelihoods from this kind of a...
Have gone silent because when now the government or the president, the then President Uhuru Kenyatta realized that the technical part of it, or maybe the financial part of it, was overly people. And now, to date, I don't think if that project has been completed and nobody's talking about it, the government is also not talking about it. And so, to benefit, because the projects, number one, they don't just create job opportunities to young people. They don't just create employment opportunities to young people. They don't just create employment or maybe empower young people. That dam was to help the people of that area, or maybe the people.
2 billion shillings was wired to an Italian bankrupt contractor. That means this Italian did not have enough money to sustain the project. But instead, there is an amount of money that was wired. So Uhuru Kenyatta went to the point.
Okay, in regards to the Aurora and Kimwarer Dam, we find that the government by then paid around 21 billion for the construction of both the Aurora in Luo language. We find that by then 21 billion was set aside to build the dams, but till to date, 2026.
Big solution to the big problems. Yet the big problems are not been solved, but we are currently having more problems coming and emanating.
Yeah.
So by a virtue of commanding. So I don't actually say that they should go and demand by force, but they should use all the legal processes that are meant that are very, very important as far as our going forward is concerned.
Okay, thank you very much. You find that we are both Kenyans. As a Kenyan, what advice can you give to?
If you are inside, make sure you see the future. Make sure you see how our generations can be affected if perhaps we haven't handled correctly. You leave them behind. So the moment you leave them behind, then people who are supposed to be enjoying good life are crying because of your think of the future. Have integrity. Integrity is something that perhaps our Kenyan government or anybody in the official should practice in all courts. It should be an enabler in the official should practice in all courts. It should be an enabler